Hello, beautiful family. I'm sending you so much love today and hoping that where you are, you have your feet planted firmly on the earth, and that you're connected into your sacred heart, and that you have perspective and spaciousness around whatever it is that's unfolding in your life right now. These are wild times, and whether we knew when we came to planet Earth that we would be alive for such a time of chaos and entropy and change, we can't say for sure. But one thing that I know and that I want to talk to you about today is the power of the creative spirit. For those of you who are thinking about joining us for the Holy Voice, which is a creativity and inner union class that begins on Tuesday night, January 26th, this might be something you want to listen to. And even if you're not thinking about joining us, this is something you want to listen to. I'm going to take a minute and just ground my energy in, that I can connect into the medicine of creation. The creative forces of this universe come into balance through the unification of opposites. When we unify shadow and light, when we unify dark and light, when we unify earth and sky, when we unify masculine and feminine, when we unify yin and yang, inaction and action, when we harmonize the polarities, something new is born. And what is born is creation. Creation of a song, of a poem, of a music video, of a painting, of a relationship, of an organization, of a new way of being, a new idea. This is what is born through the harmonization of opposites. Now, what I have discovered in my own creative journey is that there are several places we can get stuck in the creative process. And my particular perspective in medicine is about how we unify with our true inner nature at each of these places where we might get stuck. How do we stop becoming afraid of the creative life force as it moves through us? How do we stop thinking something is wrong and instead learn how to harmonize with our own inner being at every point in the creative process, so that we can fully feel safe to open our hearts and our wombs and our bodies to the source of life as she wants to move through us and birth new life, new medicine, new relationships, new thoughts, new communities, new paradigms onto this planet. So it's so beautiful, and it's so much joy and so much energy. And the thing that I really want to point out to all of you today, or call into your awareness, which is going to be one of the places we focus our attention in the Holy Voice, is this fear that so many of us carry of chaos. So many of us, deep in the center of our being, have been habituated to feel safe inside of very tightly wound structures. Whether these are very tightly wound control systems, whether these are very tightly wound governmental structures, whether these are really tightly wound belief systems in our psyches. It's the tightness and the control of them that has made so many of us feel safe. And then, of course, the irony is that it's also that tightness and control that makes us angry. And so when we're starting to work with this energy of control in the body, we open up into what feels to be very highly chaotic energy. And when many of us reach that point in our own bodies, in our own consciousness, or inside a relationship, when conflict and chaos starts to come to the surface, or, and this is what I really want to point to right now in the collective, when chaos and rage and control all start to break open inside a collective structure, many of us have a habit of thinking something is wrong. Something is wrong. There's something so wrong here. How could this possibly happen? What happened to us? What was wrong? What did we do wrong? Where did we go wrong? That this is where we are. And you might experience that inside a relationship, right? Inside intimacy, we're having conflict. We can't seem to move through. Something dark, something shadowy is breaking open. What went wrong? What's wrong here? Or in our own creative journeys, we may reach places where we feel this desire for something new to unfold, but we don't know what it is and nothing's working and everything feels off. And this is the place where the chaos starts to open, where the entropy, right, starts to open. And if we stifle ourselves or we go into fear or we try to control when that happens, then we don't get to allow the life force to move through our bodies. We don't get to allow our creativity to start to move and open us. We don't open ourselves to the creative life force, to the life that may want to move through us, whether that's through our own individual nature, whether that's through our relationships with other human beings, or whether that's in the collective. So this week, I invite you to consider where you are in resistance to chaos, where you are afraid that something is really wrong, when discomfort and breaking open and shadow comes into the field. And I invite you to notice that habit inside yourself, the desire to hold on. And I invite you to breathe and to soften and to begin to allow the beauty of the creative life force to move through you as you. So this is part of what we're going to be working with inside the Holy Voice. How do we collapse out these stories of fear, of control, and actually begin to feel safe to allow our true voices? Oh, I'm frozen. This is so sad. I'm going to leave this because this transmission is so strong that I don't care what I look like. But how do we actually allow our true creative voices to start coming forward so that we can experience the joy and freedom and majesty of our own creative capacity? This is what it means to be human and what it means to be alive, right? Is to experience ourselves as creators of life. So we're starting the Holy Voice on Tuesday, January 26th. We have about 4 spots remaining. If you're interested in joining us, you're welcome to email me at jane@janeislistening.com if you want more information. And if you can't join us for the Holy Voice, but you want any more support in any way, you're also welcome to contact me. I send all of you so much love, and especially this week, as we open into the inauguration here in the United States, I invite an awareness that there is no conflict, there is no problem, that everything is unfolding in perfect and divine order, in accordance with the highest good of everyone. And may we see ourselves as part of a larger organism and a larger cycle. And may peace and remembrance and unification be restored within you, within your relationships, and within this world. And so it is.